Welcome to Simply Marvelous. I am your host, Anton, along with my co-host,
Taylor Dick.
Absolutely. How are you feeling coming off of the season finale of WandaVision?
I just have questions. I feel sad that it's over, but mainly I have questions and I want more answers to my more questions.
More answers to your more questions.
Yeah. How do you feel?
Hey, I feel great. It was an awesome episode. You know, we got a lot of action. A lot of action. They didn't disappoint when they said this would be like a MCU film type, scale and stuff like that, and boss fights and stuff like that. So I am very satisfied how it ended. I know you kind of lived more into the theories and stuff like that.
I leaned all the way into those theories.
Yeah, she was up in here with her.
I was like
you almost fell off the chair with yours.
So it was interesting to see a lot of those didn't come to pass. Because I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's tough watching when you're looking for a spin and things that, that you want to happen versus just kind of letting it unfold. It's a little tougher, but
yeah.
Regardless, it was awesome. And we're going to get into it. Before we do that, though, like always, please smash that like button. Subscribe if you already haven't. And then please hit that notification bell.
Yes.
A little ding ding so you can get notified whenever we release a new video.
And also don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Anywhere you can find us, just put in simply_Marvel Us. And
Absolutely.
That's Marvel US Us.
These folk right here. All right, so let's get into it. We're not going to run down the show beat for beat. We're just going to hit on hot topics that happened. And the first thing is Agetha versus Wanda.
Yeah, they got right back into the action.
It dropped right in where episode 8 left off. Mm-hmm. It was going down. Agetha is in the air once again, tethered to the children, still using them as a shield, I guess you could say. And then Wanda basically says, "Nah, we're not having this.
Not today. Not with mines.
No. So she starts throwing those powers, hitting her with the chest shots. Boom, boom, boom. That's what Agetha wanted, right?
That's what she was, just like a Black Panther suit. She said, ugh, and just sucked it in and said, that's what I want. Give it to me.
And that's what she was doing with her coven.
Yes.
The witches siphoned all their power out, and she's just power hungry.
Yeah. And not only was she siphoning off the power, but she was sucking the life. We got to visibly see her sucking the life out of Wanda. Wanda's hands slowly turning black, like a nice little Dumbledore number.
She went from needing regular lotion to that extra strong.
Extra.
And that's a common theme throughout this episode.
It is. It truly is.
Oh, man. It's kind of hard not to just go through the whole episode while we're doing this. But
we'll come back to Agetha and Wanda.
Yeah, because it's multiple battles.
But yeah, we see from there that she has the kids run inside, and it's Agetha versus Wanda, and Wanda is her hands getting sucked out. Mm-hmm. And just like, when you're expecting it to, Vision shows up, but it's white Vision.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I like it. I'm not going to lie to you. I liked it.
He walked in there like a shiny, brand new Apple product.
Yeah, he definitely was the eye Vision.
He was so cruel, though. He was like, I expected you to be stronger.
Yeah.
I was like, ah.
So he debunked some of the theories that he might have the voice of Ultron. He was voiced by Paul Bettany.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the suckering into Wanda, because Wanda, he hit her with that.
Yeah.
Wanda.
Oh, Paul Bettany, his voice.
And he starts trying to squeeze her whole wig.
Yeah.
And she realizes something is wrong. This is not the Vision that I know. And then the color Vision shows up.
Just in the nick of time.
Of course.
Are we calling him color Vision? Are we calling him red Vision?
Let's come up with a name with him for right now. Let's see.
WandaVision.
That's what we're going to call him. Go ahead.
So WandaVision shows up and takes him out into a camper. Explosion.
Right.
And he comes up out of there like the Terminator.
Yes.
Real quick, I have to call out a lot of more of the TV like references that they have. In the beginning with Agatha and Wanda, she throws her into a house with a car.
Yep.
And the shoes look like Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
That's not the only Wizard of Oz like Easter egg, I guess you can say.
Yeah, yes.
And then in my mind, Vision walking from that fire was straight up Terminator 2.
That's a good call. Either way, it looked fire to me. For sure. And also, Wanda hitting Agatha with the car, that was something she did in Civil War on the tarmac. So,
a lot of Civil War and Age of Ultron callbacks.
When they're writing these movies, do you think they just got a big room full of all the movies on? And we got to use that right there.
If they did it, they'd be just playing with my emotions. Because how do you keep up with all of this?
No, they got it down.
There's a writer's assistant somewhere that is doing work, okay? Putting in work. Call me. I need a job. But
For sure. Oh, man. So, well. Okay.
So we had Agatha versus Wanda, Vision versus Vision.
Yeah.
They're going to continue to go for it, but after Vision is thrown into the White Vision's thrown into the fire, WandaVision talks with Wanda, and they finally have that reconciliation that we've been waiting for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she did. She was about to explain herself, and then he's like, "Nah,
no,
I know what's going on. It's cool." She was like, "I can fix this," and he says, "But can you?" I think that was him knowing that he's not going to survive this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because he obviously in the beginning he wanted to get out of the bubble to tell them they need to save the people of Westview.
Yes.
So he knows in the heart of hearts, his heart of hearts, if there is one, I don't know.
There is.
He has heart, but whatever.
Yeah, at least this one does.
He knew he wasn't going to survive this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he does some cool stuff though.
I appreciate the fact that he came in completely like in Vision-esque visionness, being like with compassion.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't like can you? Look how bad this is. It was like, come on, Wanda. Yeah. Can you? Like, it's okay. Like, I'm here. This is our home. Right. Let's fight for it. Mm-hmm. Can you fix this? Like, come on. I'm here with you. I love you. But let's pay attention to reality too.
Let's do the right thing.
Let's do the right thing. Let's do the right thing.
Like Spike Lee would say.
Yeah. Hey, do the right thing.
You already know. Then we go to Jimmy Woo.
Jimmy.
Yeah, he's been apprehended by SWORD agents, and Hayward is just being Hayward again. What did he say to him?
He was like, "All you needed the vision. All you needed, Jimmy, was to have the vision." And I'm like, "Sir."
And Wu was basically like, you're not gonna, get out of this unscathed. You're gonna go to prison for this. And Hayward and his arrogant self, he's like, nah, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna get away with this, and when I get all this shut down, they're gonna praise me for it. Mm-hmm. He was like, well, I don't know about the folks in Quantico that I have coming.
I was about to say.
Bluffing.
A big bluff.
He's good at it. He's good at magic, though.
He is. That's the thing. He may not have the vision, but he sure does have misdirection.
Yes, he does. Sleight of hand.
Just sleight of hand. And took that phone.
Yep, took the phone. He did have a mysterious bobby pin that we need to figure out.
Where did that safety pin come from?
I don't know where that safety pin came from.
And that was a big one. Nobody carries around big old safety pins like that.
Is that standard office material?
No! Unless you're in wardrobe, ain't nobody have a safety pin that big.
You still hang laundry outside.
I know. Dry, you're pinning diapers or something. Like, what?
I ain't mad at you, Woo. But yeah, he obviously escapes in Jimmy Woo fashion. Mm-hmm. And then we'll see him again, towards the end of the episode. We say, what did Monica say to him? Being a boss looks good on you.
Looks good on you, Jimmy. Good on you.
All right, Jimmy. Might be our Nick Fury on the ground. He could be our new Nicholas, or possibly the new head of SWORD. Because if you've seen the end credit scene, Monica might be taking a little trippy trip. A little uppity up.
Yes.
You know, so
Jimmy deserves another, he needs a promotion.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Also, I love how, they're saying, the FBI is stronger than Sword. I don't know. I was like, oh, is it? I thought in this world, but he's like, my guys will be here in under an hour. And I'm like, okay. All right, so FBI, then Sword.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Well,
okay,
somebody has to regulate Sword, though, especially if they're doing things that are a little underhanded.
That's true.
It has to be some governing body that watches over them. All right. The Darkhold gets mentioned.
Yes.
It gets a little light shedded on it. What do they call it? The Book of the Damned.
Yeah. So we're back with Agetha and Wanda again, and Agatha's like, they talked about you in the Darkhold, and she's like, I don't even know what that is.
They got a whole chapter on you.
Yeah, a whole chapter.
A whole chapter.
And basically, you're gonna bring the end of the world, and she's like, what? What do you think about that?
It's possible. I think that possibly may be multiverse of madness type of stuff right there. Because Wanda, back in the day when they first announced Scarlet Witch, I knew that she was like an Omega level. Mm-hmm. You know, obviously they didn't show that through her first appearances, but I knew she would grow to be that person. I know she had an evil, I don't want to say an evil side to her, but an evil storyline in her.
She's kind of like Dark Phoenix.
Yes, very much. Jean Grey, Dark Phoenix, yeah, for sure.
They need to have like a girls club where it's like, we're the bad girls that are actually good, but have a little dark side.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Two of the most powerful female characters are the most powerful in both universes. Respect that.
Yes.
Respect that. The Darkhold, and we'll see towards the end of the episode that Wanda likes to read too. Because she got to study up on that Darkhold.
She does. Scarlet Witch
bears a lot of power. And so Agetha in this scene also wakens people.
Yeah.
Because Wanda she's still in denial that she's not doing all this.
Yeah.
She doesn't know the powers of the Scarlet Witch.
She thinks that everything she's been doing is still good. All of it is still good.
Right.
And it's like, baby.
Nah.
For whom?
I mean, yeah.
For you?
This is selfish. This is all selfish. You know, she is the villain of the show, to be honest. She is. Even if she doesn't know it. Mm-hmm. She's doing the most villainous thing in the show thus far. The people wake up and
they all start swarming her.
It's a very creepy.
Yeah.
It's very creepy.
First it's like Dottie. She's like, well, my daughter can be friends with your boys, or like maybe a bully or something. If you like that storyline. What was interesting though, which like brings kind of answers a question that we had before, is she says, please just let my daughter out of her room. So yeah, she has had all these kids in this town just chilling. Like frozen. I don't know. Are they getting meals? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Is anyone going to the bathroom? I don't know. Is this like a week-long no shower? I still don't know. But yeah, these people have been or at least the kids have been just stuck in their room apart from Halloween.
Yeah. How long is this in real time? We still don't know. Well, Haywards said 9 days ago she stole the body. Now we know that's a lie. So was the 9 days, the time span a lie? Or was just
We know Darcy, since Darcy was brought into it, was a week. But still, from Darcy being brought into it till the events of the series finale. I don't know the timeline.
Yeah. Either way, them folks are starving. Give them a sandwich or something. Dang, Wanda. They just want to hold their kids and go to sleep normally without dreaming your nightmares.
They probably need to brush their teeth and everything. Lord, have mercy.
A
town full of funk. Lord!
Town full of funk.
Just a town full of funk.
We got the funk.
Hey, get out that funk. We need You know what? George Clinton is probably up in that mix somewhere. Like, I was having a nice vacay. What y'all talking about? Hit it, Wanda.
All right, so then That's hilarious right there. But anyways, so then we get a scene with Pietro or
Ralph
Boner.
Boner.
He said boner.
He said boner.
That's a boner. That's a Beavis and Butthead. Yeah. But anyways, Mr. Ralph Boner or Pietro is holding Monica hostage in a house, and he actually flashes his powers and taps her on the chest, boop, and kind of blasts her back and subdues her for a hot second. Mm-hmm. But then we come back to them later on, and they talk, and she's trying to figure out how she's controlling, or is he
trying to figure out, she was like, where am I? What is it? He's like, this is my man cave. Yeah. And then, I don't know what clued into her, but she was like, let me look through his stuff. Yeah. Because, I'm not okay. This is not enough information for me. Mm-hmm. And finds,
the picture of
his headshot. Yeah. That says Ralph Boner, and also a utility bill. Right. That says, oh, this is actually your home.
This is your house. This is not, Agatha's house. This is your home. Okay.
Yeah.
Then he gets. So what did he say to her? You wanna duke it out again?
Yeah.
And then she hits him with the.
She did that self-defense.
It looked like a little hip toss.
Yeah. He was like, oh, feisty. Uh-huh. I'm like, okay, Evan Peters.
Mm-hmm. And then you notice her eyes light up though.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's something else. You remember in the end credit scene where she opens up the thing and sees the purple? Mm-hmm. That purple was actually not radiating from the vines.
That was all her vision.
That was her vision.
Okay, got it.
So it makes sense. She's definitely not in her spell or anything like that. She was just seeing the energy coming from the vines. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, a little more explanation for her powers right there. And then she subdues him and looks at him and sees that chain on him glowing with the Agetha magic, rips that off, and then that's the end of Pietro.
I was going to say, he just becomes Ralph.
He is definitely just Ralph. The infamous Ralph we've been hearing about since episode 1.
I was going to say, that kills, again, a whole bunch of other theories people had. She had been referring to Ralph so much, and it was because, I guess, she was in his house the entire time and had him under a spell. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I felt like that was a little bit of a letdown. We knew that. I kind of knew. I'll speak for myself. I kind of knew that it wasn't going to be the real Pietro from a different universe, because again, all that still needs to be awakened, and this was too short of a time span to do all of that. Really, and so it was just Disney being cheeky, or Marvel, Disney, all of them being cheeky by saying, "Oh, let's cast Evan Peters," so then people will really think, misdirection again. Magic, misdirection. But the fact that, we kept hearing Ralph all the time, and it was literally just Evan Peters. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I was just like, oh, okay, fine, whatever.
But it's our fault, though.
It is!
It's our fault. They never alluded to anything other than it being possibly the Fox, but the Fox universe, Quicksilver, but it wasn't Mephisto or... all these other names we've been throwing out there that he possibly could. That's our fault.
It's our fault, but
Marvel was sitting there laughing at us like, man.
They really were.
That's why I said you're going to be disappointed by this episode possibly, and it's our fault. So, like I said, it was cool with me. I'd rather they do it in a different thing. Actually, I have something to say. At the end of the episode, after we get done, I just saw something, and I don't know if you saw it.
Catch that thought.
Catch that one right there.
Nah.
Slap it right off in here one time.
Keep it in there, and we'll come back to
We're going to come back to that thought. But, I don't want them to do the cheesy route when you're talking about introducing mutants. Mm-hmm. Give us your version of these guys. I don't want to see Fox's versions of these characters. So I appreciate the regular ass Ralph.
Ralph Boner, just regular everyday man who just wants to be an actor, and he got to be.
Yes.
So dreams do come true.
Absolutely.
But back to it.
Back to Wanda.
Yeah.
So she's surrounded by all these folks in the town.
Yeah.
And they're giving her all the grief. Just let us go. If you're not gonna let us go, just let us die.
Yeah.
So
first she chokes him out. And then she's like, oh, wait, no, that's not good.
Wrong spell. Wrong one. That wasn't the one I was looking for. There's definitely one trying to choke you up one time.
And then, she tries to open the hex a little bit.
Yes. And that allows the military to slide in.
Yeah, I was about to say, girl, that wasn't enough time for everybody to get about the town if they're in the center.
Mm-mm.
As far as you have reached.
It wasn't enough time. But they brought Vision and the kids over there.
But they brought Vision and the kids. We saw that as soon as she starts to dismantle the hex, they start to die.
Yes.
So that was kind of confirmed for us too. Yep. We saw before Vision trying to get away, but then like we were trying to explain that away. Like, well, maybe that just like preserves him, like, you know, for Wanda at the time. But no, the kids can't exist outside the hex either.
Nope.
Which is sad.
It's sad, but they left hints that they're coming back.
Yes.
They left the hints that they're coming back, so
we'll get to those.
I'm not super sad. I kind of figured this was.
I mean, like, come on. Like, those kids were too... Anyway, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Yeah. But, yeah, so she's closing the hex down because she wants to preserve her family.
Her family.
All along, Agetha is like, so are you going to choose your family or Westview? Because you can't have both. Mm-hmm. And in that moment, she chooses her family. Understandably, though. They
had a nice little incredible shot where they like all get together as a family, like together. Mm-hmm. And Vision had a funny little comment like, sorry, boys, we didn't prepare you for this. And then, of course, Wanda's like, but you were born for this.
Yes.
Which is, I feel like, was for them as well as for herself. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of the time, speaking with Agetha, she's like, I'm not who you're saying I am, and this, that, and the other. I'm not what? I'm just Wanda. I'm not a witch.
Right.
That wasn't a probability hex. It just was, just trying to explain away her powers pre the stone. But I think that was her owning her truth, as we were talking about a little bit.
Yeah.
Saying, like, you were born for this, I was born for this. Yes. We got this.
We got this. The truth.
The truth.
She embraces it. I like it. I love it. I love it. So we get our own little battle moment starting up right there. Wanda tells the kids, you handle the military. Because at that point, the military has surrounded them. And we get a little Quicksilver action and a little, not Quicksilver, what is his name? Speed.
Yeah.
Speed. And Wiccan. Wiccan puts a little hex in the soldier's eyes and, Speed goes in and does his, comes back, has the hat on and everything. So
I feel like that was a callback to Quicksilver doing that in the Fox.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because that's what he did in the X-Men movies.
Yes, he did. So there's a little, call back to the Fox. Yeah. It wasn't quite the same.
It wasn't the same.
It wasn't quite the same. I was hoping they were going to do that time in a... Is that what they call it, time in a bottle?
If I can have time in a bottle. Or in the second one, what was the battle?
Days
Apocalypse. Days of Future Past was time in a bottle. Apocalypse was Sweet Dreams.
Yeah. He had the whole silver thing and went in and rescued
That's Marilyn Manson, right?
Is it? I have no idea.
I met his dad once.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was really weird.
Did you ask him how he feel about his son?
You know what? I was at work, right? But that's a whole nother life. And I was just like, you must be proud. And he's like, of course I'm proud. And I was like, sir, I actually really don't care. Like, I was just trying to make conversation. But he was a nice man, so I don't know what I can't talk on Maryland, but his dad was nice.
That's dope. I mean, is a weird guy as far as Maryland goes. I don't know exactly what he's up to. I don't know if it's all show and,
I don't know.
He did a lot of weird things.
He's like about to go through a R. Kelly moment soon.
Seriously?
Yeah, Evan Rachel Wood came out and was like accusing him of abuse, and now a bunch of other women and people are coming out saying that he abused them. I don't know how his dad feels about that now, but
I'm sure not so hot. Not so hot. But anyways,
on to the next thing. Back to the show.
I forgot. We get sidetracked anyway.
We're old. Vision. Let me see. 2 minutes.
So after the military gets dismantled by the Chirins, we get our next Vision on Vision moment. Vision. And then we get a little complicated right here. Yeah. Just a tad bit. So they do their little fight. They go into a building and they're fighting, and then I can't remember exactly what Vision says to him, but then he says
he talks about the theory of the ship of Theseus.
Yeah,
or something like that.
What did the White Vision say to get him to say that though? Because I thought it was cold.
He was like, "You're it's my programming. Like, I need to get rid of you, Vision." Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Well, I'm not the Vision. I'm just an iteration of Vision." It was something like that. I'm just a version of Vision. And then he was like, "What you talking about, Willis?"
Yeah,
he was just like, he was like. He was just like, what you talking? He's like, elaborate.
No, that's what he said. Request for elaboration. And then WandaVision goes into this whole ship of Theseus. And basically all he's saying is once you have the original, and over time that original decays. Yeah. So if you keep replacing pieces of that original, after a while, is it the original anymore? Or do you refurbish it? And what did he say? If you take away the rot, and you still have the original pieces, like is it? It's a very complicated. Yeah,
is the rot the actual memories? Yeah. Like, are the events that you went through and the effects, I guess, of the events that the original piece or person has gone through more or less proof of the original person than is the actual material? Because WandaVision was saying like, I'm just like, he's like, well, you have the, White Vision told WandaVision, you have the stone. And he was like, yeah, but I have none of the memories and I don't have any of like the organic material. You do. Mm-hmm. And also you're a synthezoid. You have the data. Yes. You got the receipts.
You got all of it. You can't wipe that stuff. You only can hide it.
And he was like, let me touch you a minute. He's like,
hold up, but never watch yourself, boy. Don't be touching folks. Don't be touching folks now. Too close. May I? He said, may I?
May I? Look at that. Like permission, not consent.
Consent. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Consent.
He said, may I?
And he hits him with
that dink dink.
You heard? The dink dink.
And it all just.
He downloaded all that. Mm-hmm. And then he said, oh, this is too much. I got to get up out of here.
He was like, I'm the Vision, and then just dipped. Where'd he go? We don't know. Didn't see him anymore.
But I loved it, though.
So he's back.
Yes.
For you, Vision's back in the universe.
The tear coming.
Yeah. He's lost some color.
Yeah. He did lose a little color, but...
Whatever.
I don't know if he down with the folk no more.
I don't know.
But I still like him. That's my dog. He said, as long as he got Bettany's voice, I'll roll with him.
I mean, if you remove all the color from Michael Jackson, is he still Michael Jackson? The ship of Theseus. Michael Jackson. Vision.
That's what they should have used, though.
If you remove all the color from Michael Jackson, can he still sing Thriller?
We get a kind of awesome sequence here. Yes. Where Wanda takes Agetha back to the stake again.
Yeah. She does a little nightmare action like she did in Age of Ultron to all the Avengers.
Yeah, I hear people call them the red wiggly woos.
Ooh, she did some red wiggly woos.
Yes, indeed. Just like Age of Ultron. And now she's back on the stake and all the witches in that coven starts rising from the dead. Necromancy type stuff. Yeah. But like we said, is it really necromancy when it's just a dream?
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, nightmare.
And they, and it's like at first we thought they were all going to attack her again and that was going to be the end of it. Mm-hmm. But they turned and started going after Wanda saying, you're the Scarlet Witch, you're a harbinger of chaos, that chaos magic. And they put her on the stake. Yeah. And then an important thing is, her crown begins to appear while she's tied to the stake, which is a big deal. This is the first time that we've seen seen it.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely first time we've seen it since the silhouette that we get from the Mind Stone, and then that shows, and then she blasts out of the nightmare and spills back into the streets. Mm-hmm. I guess that their fight continues there.
Agatha's just like, give it all to me. You don't know what to do with it. Mm-hmm. Just you're dangerous. You're depressed. You want your family. Give it to me, and I'll let you live here happily with your family. I'll fix it for you, and all this stuff. You know.
I mean, witches gonna be witches.
Witches gonna lie.
Yeah.
Basically, evil folk gonna lie because they just want what they want.
Yeah.
So they'll say anything to you to get what they want. Same goes for narcissists, sociopaths.
Haywards.
I'm pretty sure Haywards. I think Agatha is a little bit of all those put together.
Definitely is.
So
she is definitely flexing and showing how strong she is. Though.
Yes.
She's taking these shots on the chin like it's nothing.
Yes.
She's absorbing everything.
And she's continuing to absorb power. That's another thing though, is that she kept taking those shots. And that did show her power, but it's also showing you how powerful Wanda really is. Because she's just like, okay, yeah, I'm all powerful, but I need what you got.
Mm-hmm. It looked like she was giving everything to her.
She was giving it all.
She was looking very lotion deficient.
She said, take it. I'm going over here, too. Yeah. And I was like, I'm right here. You missed. But
we see that Wanda has jokes, and she knows how to pull the little okey doke.
Another misdirection.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So Wanda, with all these misses, that's what it looks like to us. Yeah, it may not be that, but she casts her own runes. Mm-hmm. After Agetha sucks all the power out of her, she's like, yeah, now I got you. And then blanks.
Yeah, she couldn't do anything.
She got the wiggly blanks.
And we see the first ruin behind Wanda.
Yeah.
She basically made ruins in her hex, which, if you guys remember from episode or two ago?
Episode 7.
7.
Yeah.
Any witch that casts the ruins, that's only her magic can work. Can work.
And Wanda casted runes in the entire
house. She said, "This is my house.
The whole thing is me. You can't do nothing anymore."
That's nice.
That was pretty dope.
That was
real dope. Real dope. So they descend to the ground. We see Wanda in her full. Is that
She went full Scarlet Witch.
Full Scarlet. So, what do you think about the costume while we're here?
I love the costume. I feel like it looked very much like Magneto. I'm not gonna lie.
It does.
But I'm happy for Elizabeth Olsen because a lot of her complaints in the past, at least for in some of the films, was that she had way too much cleavage. And this one, they took her up to the neck, and it still looked good. It still looked great. We don't miss her titties. They're there.
They're there.
They're there, and they're covered. I'm happy for her. She looked awesome. Hair all done. Nice crown. I like the colors. I liked it all. I liked it all.
Yeah.
I thought she looked great. What'd you think?
I love it. It's on par with Marvel, first and foremost.
It is.
I know right now. I know but it's very hard to get episode. And it looks like it's exactly. So I loved it.
I love it
all the way.
I like it a lot.
I love it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. Yeah. That fight ends there. She tells Agetha, "You're trapped here, basically."
Yeah, you're gonna stay
She's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? Put me in prison? No, you're gonna be right here."
She's like, "I'm gonna give you what you chose."
Yeah, the role that you chose. And she hits her with the little hex, which is interesting because obviously when you see the end of the episode, you see that
she dismantles the hex.
Hex, but Agetha is still trapped in Westview, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's weird. I had a question for you earlier. I wonder why. When you saw Agetha do this to the other witches before, she sucked them dry to the bone until they were dead. Whereas Wanda didn't do that. It seemed like she did absorb all her magic, but she didn't kill her.
No.
So I don't know if that gives her regular aging abilities or why what's going on there. But I'm not mad at it. She was like, okie dokie, artichoke.
Yeah. She went right back to that looked like the 70s version to me, but
I know.
I don't know.
She's like, I'll see you later, hon.
Yeah. They're definitely not getting rid of her. She's a star, period.
Yeah.
She's going to be around for a while.
Yeah.
And in the comics, she's around. I don't know if she ever met her demise in the comics, but I know she was around for a long time.
Yeah, so. She'll probably come back because, again, they made the point to say, like,
mm-hmm.
She was like, you're going to need me. You don't understand what you've unleashed. Which brings me another question. Well, so what did she unleash then? But she was like, well, if I do need you, I'll know where to find you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right in Westview.
Right in Westview where I left you.
Yes. Which is a beautiful thing, though.
Yeah.
I bet you that's kind of a hard, kind of tough on her, though. If she does have to come back to Westview to retrieve her and kind of see the stuff that she had to leave,
mm-hmm.
a little tough, but it's also a constant reminder that Agetha is kind of evil. And this place is a place of pain and, kind of happiness, too. That's where her family was.
Yeah.
But, we'll see. What did she mess up? We don't know. Probably
we'll
multiverse type things.
We'll find out, though. But the thing is, it's like, again, we can't put it all on Wanda because we still have some stuff messed up from the Infinity Stones, from the snap,
mm-hmm.
from people snapping back. Like, there's been a lot of things putting pressure probably on the Nexus and the multiverse that will end up
mm-hmm.
becoming a factor within our universe right now.
Right.
And so you can't put all that on Wanda. There are already a lot of things at play here.
Absolutely.
Messing stuff up.
Yeah, I think
starting with Steven, really. Who has been absent during this all. But I'll let it go. I'll let it go.
We will have to find out next year on that tip. Actually, we might find out a little bit in a couple months because I think there's going to be some Loki things going on between that. So I'm not 100% sure, but
I hope so.
I could see us seeing just a small glimpse of Wanda or Doctor Strange in the Loki situation.
I hope so.
Because Doctor Strange is not until March next year. Yeah.
Like literally a year from now.
It's a long time. Long time. So anyways, the ending, the goodbyes.
The goodbye.
The sad part.
Sadness.
They go back home to the crib. They tuck the boys in bed.
Tell them that they're proud of them.
Yes.
It was kind of like that scene on the Titanic where the mom tucks in the kids, like tell them a bedtime story, like everything's going to be fine. You're just going to go to sleep, but really you're going to die. Mm-hmm. And that's what they did to those kids. Those kids were going to cease to exist, kind of.
Yeah. I'm going to keep it 100. I never seen the Titanic.
What?
But I did that on purpose, though.
What?
I mean, why do I need a whole movie about...
the ship don't
sink.
What I mean? It's the love story.
That's not my thing. This love story is the one that's acceptable to me. When you ask wifey, that's the one part of movies that always messes it up to me. Why does it always have to be a love story inside of any movie? It could be an action movie.
Why can't it be?
Why does it have to be in
love? Is it's the
foundation.
It's the foundation of life. Everything.
But it is not the only motivator ever. It's just not. It don't have to be in everything.
It kind of is. Think about it. Love for power, love for money, love for anger, love for hate.
Okay, so
it's in
it is. I agree. It doesn't always have to be a love interest. You know what I mean?
Okay,
it doesn't always have to be a ship going on.
That's fair.
That is a very annoying thing that happens in movies or anything. So, but I'm going to give it, I like Vision. That's my man's in them. And,
that's your man. You like to see your man, Mac.
You know what I mean?
Be a Mac daddy.
He pimping. He talked his way out of a fight with the White Vision.
He talked his way out of he talked his way out of a fight with himself. Yes. He said that whole speech with Wanda and her telling him who he really is to her.
Yes.
And you're just everything.
Yeah.
I wish he would have said, "You're my love, persevering," but that didn't happen.
That would have been a bar.
That would have been a bar because it just would have gone back to what the original Vision told her. But that's okay. She had a great speech, and they did a lovely kiss. And he was like, "This is not goodbye. It's I'll see you later."
Yeah, basically.
He said the probability, we've said goodbye before. The chances are I'm going to see you again.
Say hello again.
Yeah,
and then she said to the kids, family is forever.
Forever.
Yeah, so.
And she said, thank you for choosing me to be your mom.
Yes.
But also just Paul Bettany saying, bye, darling, and calling his kids chaps.
Yeah.
I'm like, you were made by Tony Stark. Where's this Britishness coming? I know he's British.
He's really
but I'm
British,
like, just provision. Where's this chaps?
Hey, maybe that's what she likes, because she's foreign too. She's from Sokovia, so she got a little accent too. She might not like American boys. She might want to know something, you know what I mean?
That song.
I watched a documentary on Estelle. What's her name, Estelle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw a documentary on her.
Really?
Too. Yeah.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, a little something. Anyways, yeah. So a beautiful send-off.
Beautiful.
For the family of Wanda.
Yeah.
Once that whole thing dismantles, you know, they're hugging and the wall closes in
and we're back on the vacant lot.
On Sherwood Drive. 2800 Sherwood Drive.
Ugh. It's just tragic.
But this time she don't shed the tear, you know what I mean? She does the thug thing. She throw her hood up. Boom. Let me do that one time for your mind. Like, boom. All right. Okay.
Like, I know what I did.
I know.
It is what it is.
Let me not show my face. That's what she was doing. She knows she had to walk through them folks like this. She's like, I know I did it.
Yeah, she's She's
a mess. She's an absolute mess.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Understandably.
But at least she's like facing her truth. She's at acceptance. She finally made it to acceptance.
Mm-hmm. We asked what will happen when she does embrace her truth. Pretty much everything I said was going to happen. You know what I mean?
This one over here.
I'm just saying, but it's beautiful because, you know, when you know the character, you know they're going to come back at some point, and it'll be even more beautiful for that reuniting of that family. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then, how do we close out this episode?
Monica says bye to Wanda. Mm-hmm. Wanda's like, you don't hate me? She's like, no, girl, I get it. I would have done the same thing if I had those powers. Mm-hmm. They don't talk about her powers, though. Mm-mm. But Wanda dips. Monica talks with an agent. She congratulates Jimmy on, you know, looking all nice with some power. Yeah. And then she goes into the theater. Yeah.
No, the agent says, somebody requested you in the theater. And, you know, she walks in, nobody's in there. The agent walks in behind her, and guess what?
Turns into a Skrull.
Yes, indeed. She has been summoned.
She's been summoned by a friend of her mother's, who we know to be Nick Fury.
Yes, indeed. Though it could be, you know, Carol.
It could be Carol.
That's actually who really they might be referring to. Now that I think about it.
Now there's two options. There's either Carol Danvers or it's Nick Fury. Yeah. We know Nick is going to get his show, and we know Captain Marvel 2 is going to happen.
See, we have to look at the release schedule. We don't know which one is first.
I don't know. But shout out to Nia DaCosta for directing Captain Marvel 2. Black woman directing Captain. She directed Candyman 2.
Did she? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that hasn't came out
yet. It hasn't come out yet. We're waiting on it. She directed Candyman. Mm-hmm. And she just directing Captain Marvel too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right now. But yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Beautiful, nice little Easter egg to send us off. Yeah, I wonder if it is because you know Secret Invasion is going to be stupid nuts. Mm-hmm. I love Samuel L. as Nick Fury, so getting more screen time with him is going to be awesome.
Awesome.
And then you know bringing back Carol, Mrs. Danvers. Captain Marvel. It's going to be a beautiful thing. So, anyways, yeah. So I thought that was it right there. I thought that was the end of the episode. We actually watched it once and then watched it again. And she was like, you know what? Check and see if there's another.
You know, Marvel usually gives us 2 post-credit scenes, and we're at the finale of this series.
Yeah.
So let's just see if they have a second one, and they did.
Absolutely, and it's kind of like Thanos. Mm-hmm. It's a Thanos type of thing. You're off in a distant, you know, remote area. Obviously, Thanos went to a different planet. Looks like Wanda is chilling in a cabin out in Montana or Wyoming. Somewhere with a mountain.
Mountainous range.
Hey, I'm kind of hating though. That little spot was kind of nice.
It looked really
peaceful.
I
need one of those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But just a nice little cabin.
Yeah. So she's in there chilling. She's fixing herself some coffee or some tea. I don't know what her preferred caffeine situation is. You know, a little bit right there.
A little herbal.
With a little pinky out with it, too.
Herbal situation.
Ugh. And then it shows in the other room.
Ha-ha!
Her up here with hers like this. Reading the Darkhold.
Yes.
So she's deep into her magic that she can be one place and then be doing something in another place and transferring that data like that.
And where have we seen this before?
Stephen
Strange did this while he was asleep and in the astral plane, also reading and studying. And that is literally what Wanda is doing. Yes. And also, he's been called out in this episode too, saying that she, as the Scarlet Witch, is more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme. So that's going to be really, really interesting.
That's a scary thought right there. Sorcerer Supreme is very powerful.
Yeah.
Man, Scarlet even more powerful than that. That really tells me that she's going to be an issue down the line.
She is.
For some reason.
And then we also hear, wait, you can't leave it out. We also hear her kids. The very last thing we see is hearing her kids screaming out for help. What was that?
It's tough, you know. We always have to refer back to the comic books somewhat. You know, we don't know them like that. But I know those kids are used, their souls are used to manifest Mephisto.
We had to say it. We've said it every episode. We had to say it. He did not appear in this episode, but he's coming. We know he's coming. So just hold on, just wait. Because, you know, at some point in time, we're going to be right.
Yeah, some point. I hope so.
I hope so too.
I don't know. They already said Nightmare will probably be in Doctor Strange too, so Mephisto could be in cahoots with him possibly. I don't know. I don't know. These theories are poison.
They're poison. But they're so fun.
They are. Marvel fans are great at theories.
Yeah.
That's one thing they are.
Great storytellers.
And believe in them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm just really curious who else is in the Darkhold. Like, who else is she reading and studying about beyond herself?
That's a tough one. Because it seems like the Darkhold is basically pegging her as the ultimate. You know, like, she's the end all. Yeah. Let me one time with it. She's the end all be all in that book, possibly. So, I don't know. I really don't know. Wanda really just needs to understand magic in general.
She does.
More. Because Agetha was putting them hands on her. Well, yeah, I wouldn't even say that. She was letting her, you know, hit her and not even be affected by it.
She really needs to do some studying beyond the Darkhold, though, when it comes to magic. Because that's just one branch of magic that I think is not even supposed to be good magic.
No.
And
what did they say? That she's supposed to be the end of the world?
Yeah, said they said something about how she's supposed to be the end of the world.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why the zombie witches, and they were all like, you're an abomination. Mm-hmm. You're going to be the end of the world. You bring chaos.
Yeah.
So it's like, I
have no idea. I wonder if, so I'm going to get to my thing that I saw.
Yeah, what about the thing you put in your pocket?
Yeah, it's in there. Let me hold that for a quick second. What if, so when she said, you don't know if you've done.
What'd she do?
What if she knows about mutants?
Ooh.
What if she knows about the X gene? And she's like, you know, I already told you earlier that Mrs. Marvel is from New Jersey.
Yeah.
So possibly she has awakened all these mutants with this hex. Possibly. I don't know. But that's another thing. So let me pull it out real quick.
Yeah, what was in your pocket? Pull it out.
Unfold it one time. Unfold it.
Air it out.
Boom. So there's a report that.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. That there's a movie in development at Disney called The Mutants.
Really?
Yes.
Is this beyond?
Yes. So this is not. I don't know if this is confirmed, but they showed artwork and everything for it. And
so this is not connecting to like the New Mutants.
No, this is The Mutants.
That was a miss. That whole movie was a miss and a mess.
It wasn't horrible.
It's just that it took too long for them to release it.
Yeah, it went through some things.
Yeah.
It went through some things for
anyway.
real. But yeah, so that's a possibility.
The mutants.
Well,
it's about time, babes. They're going to have to get it together.
Which is crazy because they keep saying that they're going to kind of slowly bring these characters in. So I wonder if that'll be the culmination of, character after character after character being introduced, and then boom, we get our X-Men situation. We'll see. All right. Well, I guess that's all we have for you guys today.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. We will be doing a further breakdown of this. And also, check us on Wednesdays with our live show.
Our live stream.
8:30 p.m. We had a ball doing it.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, yes. We love the interaction with the comment section and getting questions on the fly. And it was just awesome. So check us out then. But like always, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to get...
Oh,
go ahead.
I was ready.
We were doing the method in red man. Hold on.
No, I was going to say also don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
We might be up in there doing our thing too. You never know. We need to get one in there doing the...
I know. Whoa. We got to do some TikTok dances. Some original content.
Yeah, we do. And we will. I promise that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, signing off, I am Anton.
And I'm Taylor Date.
And we are simply marvelous. I holla. Peace.